Hello and welcome. My name is Magicius, and today I managed to punch my microphone just before the stream, so it's in shot again. Today we're going to be playing some more Factorio Space Age, but just to explain what that was all about, that was a trailer. Sounds a bit pretentious, I know, but I had a lot of fun making it. It's still in shot, isn't it? Why is that not? Hell's going on there? Yes, so next weekend, next Sunday, I'm going to be doing a very special stream where I will be playing the pre-release version that I still have a copy of. It's from just after the LAN party, so it doesn't feature any of the updates they made to Gleba, for example, and some other things and bits and pieces that I'll be able to show you. Because what I'll do is I'll load up my copy of the LAN save that we had at the end of the LAN for my team. So I do a bit of a tour of that, and then I will go to Gleba Purgatory, which is basically I'll be stranding myself on Gleba for as long as donations basically keep me there. So the idea is that every £5, I will spend an extra 15 minutes on Gleba. We had a very generous donation from Baker Magician already yesterday. The charity, which is why it's on screen, is Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders, which is a charity that... It might keep drifting up. I don't know if I punched it too hard. Which is a charity that sends doctors to relief into disaster areas, relief zones, war zones, that sort of thing, to provide vital care to those who need it. Yes, so I need to make my donation as well. Now, I was trying this earlier on, and it was asking me for my account details, and I had to go and get my wallet and all sorts of stuff. So I would do it now. Actually, should we have the game running? Let's have the game running. Because we are literally about to finish the efficiency science. So I will do that. So what I need to do... Because what I'm donating is the... Shall we call them proceeds of the subscriptions and bits and that sort of thing from you lovely viewers on Twitch. Haven't had any super chats, so there's no YouTube stuff, but gift aid, yes. Oh, I've got all my details in. So I'm busy doing this. Obviously, I'm doing off screen so that you can't get hold of any of my account details or anything. And that's then that. And then I need to put that in. It's because we have something called gift aid in the UK, which allows charities to get the tax back. So, but you have to put in a load of details. Okay, continue payment. See if I can do PayPal. I don't think I remember my password. Ah, why is that only done £5? That should not be £5. Why can't I change the amount? That's very annoying. Can I change the amount on there then? Total, why is it? Why isn't there an option to... not the donation method. No, why is that not? There appear to be an option to cancel it. Okay. Oh, no, that's... Yeah, okay, that's on screen. Hang on 1 second. Ah, this was meant to be nice and simple. And... Wow, that's just killed the whole thing, is it? Okay, that's fine. So, why am I... Oh, there we go. Why did it not give me that option already in the beginning? There we go. Right, gotta do that again. It's meant to be super quick, this. And then... And it won't have saved any of those details. Of course not. And that. I've forgotten a bit. Blah, 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 blah. It isn't showing there, is it? No, cool. And then we'll use that. And then we will take it out of there. That's all good. Oh, is it going to ask me for 2-factor? So hopefully that's worked. That's meant. There we go.
Trismegiston's just donated £50 to Medsan Sans Fortier, UK.
There we are. So done that. So that basically takes the total up to £100, which means I'm going to be spending 5.5 hours on Clever, on top of a 1 hour session of like showing you the save. So that's going to be quite a long stream. I believe, you know, next week we just need to set all the windows back up. Excellent. Right. So we finished efficiency modules. Level 3 in the meantime. So we are now on to Spidertron. But what we need to do, really, is sort out the whole biter farming thing. Because kind of started it yesterday. And didn't really get any further than deciding we were going to use this area. Now, what I'm thinking of doing, basically, is walling off that bit and that bit. Okay, so what I think I need to probably do first, just very quickly, is kind of clear out these guys, because these are going to be quite close to the wall. Oh, I keep forgetting. It's now right click. So there we go. We'll have to kind of redo this because the artillery is not strong enough to kill the nests. It's only a couple of researchers off. That was the one I was doing. Okay. Oh, we don't really care about the worms. That's the response coming back the other way. And then they're destroying that. Did I miss? No, we got you as well. Cool. And then we need to pop these ones as well, I think. Something going in? Something's coming in. Cool. Do, do, do. Ah, you're a nest as well, aren't you? Okay. Oh, there's the second one. Okay. Cool. Excellent. So, we'll let that sort of chug through. But we'll probably have to kill that one as well, unfortunately. I prefer to have as many options as we can. I'm assuming that's just an artifact, basically, of a previous dead biter. Worm or something. So why is it saying that my stream is offline? Why has that not worked on there? Hopefully I'm still there. Yep, there we go. There we go. That all seems to be present and correct, which is good. Okay. Now, yes, we did the level 3 module. We could kind of set all of that going, because I think I have imported tungsten carbide. And this is, I assume the response is... Yeah, that's okay. And I was going to start using these guys, wasn't I? Do I want to set all that up? Because I'm pretty sure we've got basically everything there. And there's... Oh, we don't have... Oh no, Prod Module 3 is on Aquilo, isn't it? I think. Let's just check that. So Prod Module 3... Oh no. And not by... There we go. Oh, it's not on Aquilo, but it does require us to do biter handling. Ah, okay. I'll leave it set for a second, I guess, then. If it's only that far away, we will start that there. We need some power. Like so, I might just move that over slightly to kind of even things up. Why are you not? Why is that? It's 5 over there. And only 4 over there. Okay, that's the difference then. There we go. That's a bit more tidy, isn't it? And then, did I actually do a? I did. Okay. Maybe if we just use this then. Set the recipe is here. So that. We were going to leave that as what? Because we actually want all quality, don't we? Really? Because I want to do a bit of gambling. Oh yeah, when do we do that? So I need to do that as the efficiency one. We'll leave prod for the minute and quality there. So then if we go like that, and leave that for the second. You've got your requests coming in. Excellent. And then we only want... I just want to see if I can roll a few, because I'm assuming that having a few, you know, oops, for the, you know, for the spaceship basically is going to be a useful way of doing things, because we are almost certainly going to need a much better spaceship to get to Aquilo. So we want how many modules we'll need, and how much gambling we want to do for legendary ones. We will have to determine later, I think. But let's get the ball rolling. I am going to flip this round then, so it's in the power thing. Just flip that one. Just for a bit of symmetry. Yeah. So your output would be quality modules. What filter needs to be? I think I turned my bots off, didn't I? Which is why they're not leaping in to do the things. So all we've got armed with is that. I was going to request in my submachine gun. Ah, speed module 3. There we go. So we've made one. And it happens to be a uncommon one. Nice. So that would be the prod. What are you waiting? Oh, you're waiting on spoilage, which of course we don't really have, because we've kind of turned it all into what fertilizer we can. Now, superconductors. Are they being imported from Falgora? So that would be the Falgora Express. Are you bringing in superconductors? That was odd. You are in theory, yes. Okay. So is it bringing some? Oh, it looks like it has. Oh, we didn't get an achievement. Is there no achievement for making a level 3? Oh, we've not made one yet. Made one now. Oh, there we go. Quality module 3. And you're waiting on spoilage, so that might happen at some point. Some indeterminate point in the future. And that be... oh, we can set the filter now already. Okay, that's cool. Can't do that one though. Okay. Yeah, so they're all kind of ready to go. They'll chug through. That one didn't happen to be uncommon there. Shame. Okay, so we've sort of set them going. We'll get a few, maybe hopefully a few quality ones, and we might make a few more and all that sort of stuff. But not planning on going mad with quality. Level 3 modules, unless we kind of have to. We've got Spidertron being researched. Okay, dokey. What we need to set up Assuming this is all cleared out now, is it? We can have a quick fly around, make sure. So I took the actual buzz load defences out. Okay, that's excellent. Because what we need the bioflux to arrive, basically. Chased by a bot, bunch of bots. What did you build, guys? Oh, did you build them on the things? Or you tried to? You built the power poles, okay. So yeah, let's just have a sort of fly around. Make sure... so there is... I think they're new. Is that new? That's interesting. We'll pop you with a couple of artillery. I think that's a newly spawned thing. We need to get rid of them, but I don't have any weapons. Okay. Not on me anyway. Because they'll be in the way. Are you going to be... I think... Yeah, that distance-wise that'll be okay. Yeah, I think that one's going to be too close to where I want to build the wall, so I'll have to pop that too. Okay, that's fine there. And then we've got lots of guys wandering around. No worms in there. Okay. So, one of the reasons I don't think we need that many, because well, unless they changed it all, the biter egg production was like super fast. And, well, they might have changed this as well, but they didn't used to spoil when they were in the nests. So when you just left them in the nests, they sort of stayed there and were fine. But what we need to do is we need to build a little thing that has... I think... Do we want to just do laser turrets? Because have I got an order for rocket turrets? No. Okay. So if we order in some rocket turrets as well, then let's get that. Yeah, because we should have plenty of them. I wonder what I've done with my machine gun. I bet it's on, like, Volcanus or something. We'll just build one then. But, yeah, that's a bit random. Because we want to be able to defend ourselves if we really need to, but we want something that's a bit more sort of selective in what it shoots than... Because that's obviously one where it'll just zap a load of stuff. That's an area of effect thing. Rockets would be good, but, you know... Don't know how well we can use them. Personal laser defense we can't put a filter on. What other weapons would we have? Yeah, flamethrower is again area of effect. So our main defending ourself weapon is going to be the submachine gun. But what we want to do really is fire the capture bots. So what we want to pop down. Because what I need to kind of work out is, am I going to capture them first and then wall us in, or am I going to try and wall us in and then capture? I think I need to capture certainly that one probably, because I seem to remember that the normal biters attack the captured ones, but I don't know if I've just imagined that or not. Yeah, I don't remember whether that's really a thing or just something I've got in my head. Is the camera frozen? It's going really well today, isn't it? We've had every single problem happen. Just give me 1 second then. There we go. Can't work out whether my fix is going to be a fix or not. I might have to buy an actual, proper webcam or something else. Or, a Sony DSLR or something like that. Which I don't really want to do. It's a lot of money. Cool. Yeah. Okay, so, where do we get to? Yes, we want to design a little thing with our bots. We want to be outside of construction area down here or something. We'll assume it won't have power, which is another point. I need solar panels, don't I? I don't know whether we would have... Because the problem is that if we don't have... I'll have to do it during the day, I guess. But yeah, if we have some solar panels, ideally level 2 or 3 solar panels. We'll see if we've got any. Just because it's more, you know, we don't have to do as many panels then, you see. Because all we want to really power. But do I even want to bother though? Because I can do the trick of like manually requesting in the ammo kind of, but then lasers won't work. Yeah, we're going to need both, I think. Okay. Let's see if we've got any. We've got... Oh yeah, we've got loads. Only 3 of those though. Okay. Gonna see if I can see how much I can play of Indiana Jones tomorrow. I've got Game Pass, and it's free on there basically. Well, not free obviously because I pay a subscription, but you get my point. I don't know how long it is because I was anticipating Stalker being my kind of Christmas game. But there's been rave reviews about Indiana Jones, and Stalker's still... I mean, it's probably going to be janky forever, because Stalker games have always been janky. But yeah, there's a bit of a debate in my mind whether I want to play... You know, wait for a couple more patches, basically. For Stalker 2? So, I guess we could do a couple of them. And then... No, one more. A couple of them. Or do we... Yeah, I think we just want to go with the green ones, because then we could set up multiple of these. Yeah, that'd be better, wouldn't it? And what we want to do, we want to see, really, how many... where have they gone? Because we want... Oh, yeah, they're bigger, aren't they? Okay. So if we do that... And then... Oh, they're not... No, they're that big, aren't they? So I have 2 of them in. No, I always can't remember how to do this. You go... You put the... Well, you put it in as a ghost, don't you? Via the map view. And then it lets you... Yeah, there we go. So then we go... Because we also don't want explosive rockets. Do we want the full 100? I mean, we want plenty, because I don't know how much messing about I'm going to have to do. Do we want the full 100? Let's just put it as that. And then I have to take you out. And then I can copy and paste it again. Oh. You have to do it via the map view, you see. Yeah, so we want target priorities. Now, can I set it so that it's more like a... Ignore unlisted targets. So no, I would have to set it to be... So that... I keep thinking I have to confirm it. So I want to do that. So I want to shoot the actual biters. And I guess I should put worms. When we're all getting excited about there being a red biter, that's just because of alpha channels. This is like the medium biter, basically. Worm, rather. Yeah, so that's all good. And then we want to ignore that. Yeah. Put that like that. Okay. Yeah, so there wasn't a new worm. It was just a misunderstanding as to what it was what was being shown. And then, so this is a question: how much power? If I pop you down, do you even require power? Minimum range, shooting speed, rocket capacity. No, so they're unpowered. Huh. Okay. I mean, we want it to have power because we want to be able to request in, you know, gun food and that. But that suggests that maybe I'm thinking maybe because we'd actually maybe we do that and then that, and then we have a regular turret, and then I need to do the thing again. I need to go to that. I need to do that. Can I paste the same list? Oh, you can. Think of everything these Factorio devs. And then we want to do that, and then we want to do. Let's do 50. Like that. Am I going to be able to do a version of that because what I'm thinking now is if I can put a requester in, like feeds into both of them, but where would be a good place for that? Actually be there, wouldn't it? Because then we could have this gun turrety boy here, and then it would feed both of them. So this would need, let's request in say 50 of them. Oops, and 50 of them. And then we can have the two, or do you want two lasers? We'll just have the one laser, I guess. Try to keep the footprint relatively narrow. Because I'm thinking, actually going to squish it in slightly. I don't, does that keep all the, it does, excellent, okay. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? Because I need to symmetricize it. Because that needs to go there. There. That needs to be a copy. That needs to be that. You need to go in. Now, do I put in extra lasers for when it's building? Because we want to surround it with some walls to give it a little bit of building time type protection. And we'll set them nicely back. So I'm going to be putting this pretty close to thing. The question really is, what is the power demand? So 500 watts. So each of those is two of those is a kilowatt. So that's 2 kilowatts. And how much are you producing? You're producing 78 on your own when you're powered. So 2 kilowatts. Okay. It's 78 because it's 80, 160, 320 minus 6. So it's about 314. And you have a maximum draw, you see, of 4 megawatts, but it's 24 kilowatts. So it should be able to get off a few shots, even if it has to do the slow charging. And you've got the gun turrets in the meantime. Oh, we need to do target priorities on them, don't we? Don't want them accidentally shooting the nests. Yeah, so we then put a... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Bit of a wall situation in. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. How have I got that wrong? Oh, because that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So if we then do... Nope, I've only got 100. So that should be copyable around. I have to get more walls in, I guess, aren't I? Oh. That. 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 In fact, should I put... I mean, I don't need walls, do I? Because I can just fly over them. But how short are we? Yeah. So... it's about a third, isn't it? So we're going to need a lot more walls just carrying around if we can do multiple of those. We can do 400, say, walls. And then... I mean, there's literally 2 lasers and stuff in it, so that feels a little underpowered, but kind of is what it is, really. From a laser point of view. We got, you know, uranium ammo and all that sort of stuff. So if they're requesting in 50 each, then that's 100 uranium ammo. So I need more, I think, on me. Let's take that up to 400. We know we've got... we decided we're not going with those. And then we'll have a stack of them. We've already got that stack. We've got 24 of them, that's good. So I got these in my inventory. Now we can just plonk these down and they should just keep the spawn biters in check. But that's what we need to test, basically. Will this survive? Because the question then, I guess, if I am just going to leave it there, do I want some accumulators on? Because we could move these like forward to there and like just pop in a couple of like accumulators. Let's see if we've got any and how many. 154, that's good. 29 of that as well. Cool, so if we get these bits and pieces. Come on, bots. What are you waiting for? I wonder if we could do more robot speeds now, because aren't they, yeah, they're Fargora techs. Expensive though. Until we get the... because everything just suddenly becomes half price when you get the biolab. I've noticed Spidertron is not going up much. But I think that's... yeah, it's a 2,500 one. But how is... while we wait... how is 5 Legs doing? So it's ammo that's slowing it down, isn't it? Hmm. I already reduced it. So, I guess what I could do, just as a little note, because I did all of these. You know, I didn't do the depot properly, but then it's kind of not proven not needed, because we've got the whole refueling thing, which seems to be working. We've not had any complaints about trains, so... but yeah, if we do sort of maybe... what we want is like a bigger interplanetary... sorry, oops. Could maybe use Sweet Ride as a template. It's probably a bit too big, that one. But then we're going to want... oops. The whole biolab upgrade. And then we want an Aquilo ship. And that one does need to be a big boy. Yeah, these are just too small, I think, for what I'm kind of... and not productive enough, basically. You know, they always sort of end up waiting for ammo and what have you. I guess we could also do some damage boosts, which would mean they would use less ammo. We could try that. What is ammo? Oh, or does that require me to do... projectile damage? No, it's a here technology. So we could absolutely do another one of them, see if that'll help. But probably later. We maybe want... some of these boosts. Oh, and also we have the Aquilo tech, so I'm getting a bit of ahead of myself there. Okay, have you brought me the stuff? You seem to be moving quite slowly. We don't have many heating towers. Why not? We're not building them here? Because they are just a general tech. I don't think you need anything special, do you? Oh. Thank you very much for the follow, Knickknacks. It's very kind. Are you doing well? Having a good day? Welcome to the stream. That was incredibly quiet for me. So I'm wondering if I've not connected my headphones properly. It says it's that. That's strange. Fine. Right, what was I doing? I was looking to see why I haven't got any heating towers made here, and I guess I just never added them on. What do they need ingredients-wise? Because I'm pretty sure it's just normal stuff, isn't it? There's nothing... Yeah, heat pipes, boilers, and concrete. I don't suppose I could add it to a boiler build, could I? Here we go. There's a boiler build here. Not really. But we could put it next to it. We got space. Blimey, grey assemblers, eh? Of all the things, grey assemblers. Right. So if we say put that there, maybe, and then we get that, and then we want to set this to. Can't see them. Can't see the wood for the trees. Concrete boilers, heat pipes, which should, I'm pretty sure all of those are being made. This won't have its associated things yet because oops. One of the reasons it lets you do E is you can do actual exponentials. So you can do 1E10. And obviously that's 10 to the power of 10 basically, so it's in off the chart scale number, but you can obviously do like 1E1, which is 10. So that's one of the reasons it lets you put in E in particular. It's possibly the most useless improvement I've ever done, because who would ever type 1E, whatever it be, 10, 1E3, sorry, instead of writing 100. Sort of. I guess if you had some enormous number that you wanted to do, it would be quicker, but your chests only hold a couple of thousand, even the legendary ones. Was that all set up properly? Is it running? Is this running? Okay, so we have heating towers being made here, because there's not a possibility. Part of our biter farm is going to need to be, basically, shall we say, managing the biters. Right, so if we turn that into a blueprint, and then I can test whether it builds it and what it does and whether I've got the right stuff. So I need to do that, don't I? Why have you done... So we go... I didn't put the accumulators in because I'm an idiot. The whole point of going over there to get the accumulators, and then I didn't put them in. It's obviously not got a Roboport connection, but we could always add one on later, you know, or two. So we need to redo this, like so, and then we need to alter the icons, and we want to say that this is, let's call it fighter spawner, spitter, and then we'll put the military things on that, say, and gun turret. Cool. And then we want that in here. Down the bottom there. In fact, actually, if we get rid of that. Okay. Put it there. Cool. Do. Yeah, so let's see if we can, if we build it, build that template, does it work, basically? That's the question. Okay. And we've got, that's got its filters on, that's got its filters on, that's got its ammo in, that's got its ammo in. That does not, because I haven't got any. That must be the reason. Okay, so we want, I thought I put like 400 or something. Okay, so we've not got them. That one hasn't got the ammo filter on it. Huh. Okay, so... Go, oh, no, don't build it. If we go back over here, what's wrong with this? Why has this not got... okay. Okay. So, I then need... Oh no, it's got the accumulators on it. So if we redo that again... Boop-de-boop. Like so. Excellent. Well, obviously these biters aren't... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. These biters aren't any kind of threat, you know. It's more I want something that isn't going to eliminate them, because this is a nice little pocket of like small biterness that is going to be easier to manage. I haven't set... So I don't know if there's no one chatting, and I don't know if that's because I tried to turn on the settings because of what it recommends, because this whole donor thing. But the trouble is, I can't... Obviously, sometimes it is just quiet in chat for me, because I'm a tiny little streamer. So, I don't know whether I've just managed to disable you all from chatting by accident. There's no way for you to let me know, basically. So, might have to think about that. Ah! I'm playing a game. Dr. Chris Pello, welcome, welcome. So at least somebody has chatted. Okay, cool. So I didn't know it was because it recommends putting all these like 10-minute delays to follow only chat and all sorts of stuff on it. Because there's apparently like a, I don't know what they call them. It's like a pan. Oh, it's built them in. Oh well, like panel that it puts the, you know, charity things on and blah 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 blah. So it's a bit sort of like listening to me in the background. Okay, that's good. But at least someone is able to chat. That's the thing, because I say I didn't know whether I'd. It's way more locked down than I usually do, because tiny streamer, and you know, all I'd get is annoying bots every so often. So have we got? Oh, I've not got the ammo in there because I didn't go collect it. That's fine. I suppose there's a risk that this might. Can't you set that to only be capture bots? But yeah, I was just a bit worried that having clamped it all down, as it were, I'd got so far that basically I'd locked off anyone from chatting, like even subscribers and followers and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, if there's at least some chatting, well, there is the capacity to chat, then I'm good. Okay, so we need to go and get these rockets. And then we need to test this properly. I might go and do a different area. So we might do them, basically. And see what it does. And then if I'm happy that it kind of works as I'm thinking, then we can maybe plop them next to the other nest. Because as I say, I can just leave these sat there. You know, no problems. While I fiddle about with bio thing. Because I haven't noticed any bioflux coming in, is the other thing. No, I don't know if that's just because I maybe haven't set a request for it. Where, oh no, I haven't. Okay, so we might have bioflux here. Because I seem to remember you have to use quite a lot. Do I want to request it in now? I mean, we have none here. Okay. Is that because... So there's 200 coming in. Which means I shouldn't set more than 200 anyway, but... That's just done a trip, hasn't it? Because Spidertron has gone up a chunk. Doesn't seem to be very much being made on the planet. Oh, there's 400 of that, so we should be able to get some. Why is that? I mean, it's limited. You know, these aren't going to produce at the rate they say. But that's a deliberate thing because I'm trying to limit the egg production. Oh, look, it is actually thumping through, isn't it? So why... It could just be, you know, it's too slow and it just sits there waiting. So we've got wire flux, 200 off. We've now got on the way 100. Yeah, so it is sort of working. Okay. So yeah, I need to set that at 200, I guess then. No point me requesting more, or look, enough that would require two round trips. Follow only chat. I had to wait 10 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. I say it's a like a recommend. I'll turn it all off basically. So basically next Sunday I'm doing like a charity stream, like a proper one, where I'm doing something a bit special. I'll talk about it later, or I can explain it now if you want. But basically I'm going to be playing like an older version of the game, like pre-release version. And doing like a longer stream where each £5 donated to my charity, Medicines Frontier, Sans Frontier, will basically mean 15 minutes more on Gleber. And this is old school Gleber. I keep forgetting to say this. This is the Gleber that was at the LAN party. So this is the non-fun one where Troopin did the video saying everybody hates Gleber type of thing. And so, yeah, so it gives you all a chance to see it and also kind of traps me there, and it should be hopefully a bit of fun. But yeah, basically, in order to do that, there's like because Twitch is doing this promotion with like charity, and it like gives a whole set of recommended settings to stop. Because if they put me on the front page, which I'd be amazed if they do, but yeah, if I'm on that listing, and like a load of random people come in or what have you, then it's sort of trying to protect you, so especially because, you know, I only have one mod who only pops in occasionally sort of thing. So that's what I'm trying to protect against. But it's all way more restrictive and way more over the top than what I normally have. I don't see this... are you here yet? You come in. What are you waiting for? Waiting on ammo again. And like, way waiting. Right, it wouldn't make it back with that little ammo. Because what I could do is like have it order in ammo from Nalvis. You know, when it gets here sort of thing. What would that achieve? That would mean... Because I could order more in. Because it looks like we've got plenty spare sort of thing. So this is why we need bigger platforms as well, because it just doesn't produce enough ammo. So yeah, we could do... Order 300 in. From, you know, from Nalvis. And then hopefully when it gets here it's got more in stock sort of thing. But it's obviously very much dependent on... like how much I'm producing on that. Okay, so let's go and test this thing. We've got rockets now. We don't have bioflux, so we can't really capture things. But I can build up the walls while I wait for the bioflux and blah, 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 blah. So we're not stuck. It's just, yeah. So how about, I say we go down here. They are just some worms. So you're okay. Actually, we need to do this in the daytime, don't we? Otherwise what are we doing? Yeah, because it's night time. Oh, is this, the accumulators won't charge. Okay, let's wait for that then. Oh wow, the new space section in the crafting area is way more clear about what it is. The rocket silo was just confusing. Yeah, I mean, I think I said this a few times. They sort of said in the you know, the devs when I was talking to them that they'd gone through about 12 different versions of the whole rocket silo thing. But it was confusing. The biggest thing, what they've done, and I don't know if it was to simplify rocket silo you know, like rocket silos or the whole thing, but the whole space science in space, you used to use old school satellites. You used to launch satellites, and you would have a special setting, a special button basically that was launch research satellite. But it was like the way the menus worked. It was like you were pressing buttons and you were like, wait, this doesn't work because it's on auto and this is a manual command, but it lets me press the button and it just wouldn't do anything. And it was just like really sort of confusing. And by making space science in space, you know, just a simple thing that you can do, and there's one recipe for it. So there's no launch rockets to get space science. There is literally, you've just got to make space science in space, but they've made it a simpler recipe because what you had to do before was you had to send up uranium. And I can show you that whole build that they did, but you had to send up uranium in order to get better yields on it, and it was like a recycling thing, and eventually you would get uranium out of asteroids, and you could do it that way. But how are we doing? So we're coming in today now, but yeah, it was all confusing, and say part of the simplification, and I don't know if it was just to simplify that part of it, but it was kind of you know, simplified by... I'm just going to do this then, because I need to kind of kite them around, I think. And then maybe pop this down. Get it built. But this is like the trickiest part of this. What's getting blown up? Is it the bots? No, it's all of them. So we won't have worms, obviously, on when we do it. So just massive attrition there. It's working. It's doing what it's meant to. So we need to get rid of worms, basically. Because they were the things causing us a lot of problems there. And I'm fast enough that I could kite them way away. And yeah, they kill off a behemoth biter quick enough. But then, how many ammo... I mean... It'll have blown some up though and stuff, won't it? So, yeah, so, okay. I'm happy with that as a design, but yeah, we need to get rid of worms for certain. So we do have a worm that we know we need to get rid of then. So we can switch you over. Oops, not you. You're not the worms I want to kill. Oh, face cam's gone again. Wow. Okay, sorry. I don't think I've ever have it done twice. Oh wow, it's properly gone. Hang on. Turn it off. Are we back? That won't be aligned properly now. Oh, it's the wrong thing. Hang on. Right, okay. Why have we suddenly got a... This is going really well, this stream today. This has been my best stream for ages. Why have we got lines on that then, though? Okay. Give me 1 second. So that shouldn't... What's that doing? No, that's that one. It's decided it's got borders on it now. No, that's not worked, is it? How about... that? Ah, there we go. I think I might just have to admit defeat and get like a proper webcam. When I had a webcam before, that's what I used to use, but it was like a £50 job, so it was like terrible quality. The freeze frame on your cam looks amazing. I have to look at what that is. Honestly, just remove the walls here. They're just trying out your bots for no reason. I think you're right, actually. I think that's a very good suggestion. Because they're killing them quick enough that it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Let us get rid of the walls. Bring down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev. I don't mean anything to you. Whoops. Yeah. Okay, so did we get bioflux in? Can we actually try and do a capture? Because we do have like yeah, there's one there, you see, so we can kind of test things out properly on that. Oh, dear. Don't see any bioflux coming in back in. But then that could well be because fishies might be using it up. Yeah, look, requests. They've gone in there, you see. That's the problem. Well, it's not a problem, it's a problem. Not really much point in me setting this up, is there? Yeah, so if we just get rid of that recipe. And that'll bring me that little bit of bioflux. What about you? Where are you going? You're coming back here. With science. And with bioflux, okay. So hopefully... Because what it should do then is pull up firearms. I've done that, and I haven't really checked whether I'm actually still putting yellow ammo in chests. I probably am not, you see. Because that's the yellow ammo for that bit. And then the military one, where is that? I never upgraded this anymore, did I? The red stuff is coming in there. Yeah, so it doesn't actually have access to any yellow ammo, so that was silly. Silly condition to add. Or maybe if I just pop it on the end. And we want to go there. See that on there. We will say Do not add more. Unless they say less than 500. Filter you to low ammo. I guess let's do a hard limit. Just in case, because of what it is. Okay. Has it arrived yet? No. Why not? Nearly here. Okay. Yes, I suppose I should keep apologising, shouldn't I? I don't know how I would set the resettings, because it took me ages to work out how to do it. The back end of Twitch, if you never used it, is like appalling. I mean, I thought YouTube was bad, but Twitch is just like this confusing mess of unintelligible menus that, you know, it's one of those where you're going round and you're going, right, well, one turret is out of ammo. Well, that's rather remarkable. Oh, it's just been going back and forth. Huh. Interesting. How is it out of ammo? We've got 300 ammos in the thing. That's interesting. Because this is making way more ammo, isn't it? It's not getting quite enough from the iron plate. But then I've got 2 of them, haven't I? Oops. I might just stop it basically, because there's not really any point in it going anywhere. In fact, let's bring it back to Nalvis with our ridiculously big wait time. Bioflux is incoming. Excellent. So we can do a bit of testing. What I might do, a bit of a cheaty save, basically, because this is such a nice spot to have these biter nests. I don't want to go accidentally obliterating them. So we need to change that menu. Change that thing. And then as I say, I think I'll do a... Go down here and we'll use this one as kind of our test case. But I'm going to do a quick save, like so. And then we'll pop this in. So ideally it wants to be sort of there-ish, doesn't it? Okay, so that worked okay. Now, we need to just shoot this, I believe. And it's a case of waiting, and I need to have the bioflux ready to go. Because it immediately starts taking damage, I think. Or it did anyway, before. You had to... give it the food quite quickly. Let's see if we can get 20 in. Now, do those decay? Because they didn't when they in the LAN party. Don't look like they're decaying to me. Because what we can do, we can set it up as a, you know, only pull them out when you need to thing. And that's going down quite quickly, isn't it? I don't know if that's freshness related. I mean, using up. Or is it because it's converting the biter eggs? I don't know. Okay, so that worked okay. How many of those could we actually do? Not too many, I don't think. We could do 2. Should we try one of these big guys? I could kite it over. What about if we go with, say... because I'm wondering about getting rid of that one. It's probably a bit too dense. But if we go up here, in the meantime, so I have to kind of, maybe I can try and kite them down here. One of the daisy chain turrets was empty for a brief second. It happens from time to time. Okay. So if we can maybe try and pull you over, yeah, and then put one in there. Why are you not shooting that one? Yeah. Okay, and then we want to capture you and you. Now, what I need to see... Oh, there's no radar, is there? It'll take a little while to do, so let's go and... So it's still chugging away, but so I don't know whether it kind of eats through that quicker when it's making the actual egg, because I think it's stacked to 100. Ah! Oh, that one's done. Okay, I need to go in there. Get that. So let's take that to 20. Ish. Oh, and that one as well. I think they heal when they've got food, don't they? There you go. So yeah, let's see. I would need to go and get some more ammo, I think. Hello, Grey Hill. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing okay. Welcome to the chat. So it still eats. It's not going down too quickly, is it? Because it was 20. Okay. Does it tell me how much it eats? Rolling speed 1. Half of 1 a second. So 1 every 2 seconds. Probably for 18. 19. Fuel. 100 kilowatts. But that's the max consumption. Right, so it's now at 100. What you gonna do, my nesty friend? What you gonna do? Ah, yeah, so it's just chugging away, but it's not producing eggs, and it's still eating it at the same rate. Okay. Okay. Now, has this done a round trip at all? Oh, there's not much spare on the planet, is there? It's got that. And it's brought to... I mean, maybe that's because it's just waiting on that. So I'm thinking on Gleba we want to boost up the bio production. I don't actually have that. Oh, we don't really care if it spoils. Oh. So just get a bit more on. Yeah, cool. The question here is whether we've kind of recovered with the bots. Yeah, so we got spare bots, so we're not, you know, sort of drowning in them or anything. Okay. It's down to 16, so it's not too slow. So we're maybe taking up to 30. One entity's been damaged. Ah. Why is that? I guess a spitter just spawned and... Then where did you get a spitter from? Maybe it was trapped in the trees and I was just not paying attention. Let's take that up. There. Cool. So we're going to have to go and restock, because if we want to take out... So I think I'm going to wipe them out. Or at least kill off maybe 2 of the nests or something. Yeah, so let's do that while we go. If we go and capture... Oh, no, sorry. So maybe we take out that one. Oh. Going to pay... Okay, so that's gone. Cool. Right, let's go get some more rocketry. So if we know we're going to do 2 more at least, probably more like 3, then we need like 600 rockets, don't we? And 600, I guess, of that to keep us happy. I could like blueprint in the walls. What I don't know with the walls is how, like the range. It'll be okay. I think those are far enough away, but I guess the other question, I don't want these. Can you set filters on artillery? I thought they did change it at some point, so that I'm pretty sure, so that it won't kill friendlies, basically. And, you know, captured nests count as friendly. It's just because if I do a bite artillery range, then these are all going to come in range. Okay, so what was I doing? I was looking for my defensive walls. Didn't leave any radars over there. No. Okay. Let's wait for that then. I'd love to see Arundel's original vision for Gleba. Space exploration level. Yes, and Gleba sounds nightmarish, but also incredibly fun. Yeah, I hope they do some kind of art book or something like that. I was wondering if I might be a bit cheeky and kind of ask for, I don't know if he'd give an interview or just answer some questions, you know. But yeah, I'd love to see what the early design concepts were. That one where I think he said in like a thing where it's like 14 different fruits or something, wasn't it? Because there's a restriction that they couldn't have alternate recipes, so you had to have a recipe for everything to make, bioplastic, and they all had to be completely separate recipes, basically. One entity's being damaged. Why is that? Oh, did this go off? Oh, maybe we had a birth. I can't see a corpse. Maybe we had one seed hatch or something like that, maybe. Not seed, egg hatch. I can't see a corpse, as I say. Cool. Have you been happy with Loggybots for Gleba? Yeah, I've just been going with Loggybots, really. I'm not the best at building Loggybot designs, but it's kind of small enough, I think, that it's fine, basically. But yeah, so I'm not that good at like efficient bot designs. I'm more of a belt person, but it's like a lot more complicated to manage, in my opinion. Bots, the spoiler stuff with belts. I mean, it's not. You just burn everything, basically, but it's just more of a faff to set up. Whereas I can just say to bots, if it's too much, take it away. And then they just sort it out, really. But yeah, I've been happy. I mean, you do have to, obviously, you have to slightly factor in that, I've done Fulgora, I've done Volcanus, I've done a load of buffs, I've got mech armor and all that sort of stuff. So, it sort of makes Gleba a lot easier, in my opinion. But might not necessarily be right on that. Let's see what the meta becomes eventually. Good, we're not going to be power for the thing, but that's fine. Cool. Let's see if we can capture these then. Now let's kind of have a check on what's happened here. So 25, yeah, so it's not getting eaten too quickly. I guess the worry is a lot also on spoilage time. What's getting... oh, hang on. I don't know if I left. What's getting damaged there? There we go, yeah. Put some of that in there. And some of that as well. Probably way too many, bitinists to capture. Don't think you need that many. Okay. And then we can certainly do one more. Is 3 too many? I think 3 is too... Oops, wrong button. Went instinctively for tab. 3 is too many. Stop spitting at me. Okay. So let's do that, and then we can nip down here, let them calm down a bit. See if we can't... Whoops. I keep forgetting that it's not like a proper fly mode, as it were. Yeah, you can't like, properly fly. It just sort of kicks in, you know, when you're over something you might want to fly over. Cool. And then let's swap that. And boop. It's probably a bit close, that one. Hello, my planes. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, I'd love to see the original designs and the original versions. I mean, I don't know whether they keep them as such. You know, do they like archive a version of it? Because I say, when you know how I'm able to play this pre-release version, as it were, is literally because I downloaded it. Basically, when I got back home, you know, because that was how you got hold of it. Oh, oh, I ate some. Oh, does Bioflux give you a boost as well then? Huh. I didn't know. Look at that. Huh. Because I know it says the 2 fruits do. When's the consumption? Consumption speed 0.06. What does that mean? Grants burst of speed of both health regen and movement speed when eaten. Cool. Tasty, tasty Bioflux. Because yeah, it said that the 2 individual fruits gave those effects. So sticking them together, like the Bioflux, makes sense that it would do that. So if we can get these guys, is it? Oh, crikey. See if we can kite them over there. We're going to need to extend the radar coverage, aren't we? Not radar. Roboport coverage. Like so, and then maybe one there. Oh! How about I pay attention? And then maybe we won't die. What have we done here then? Oh, I've not done that upper one. Oh, I have done that one. Okay. I've not done this one. Right. Never advisable to just stand right where the biters have run into, is it? Let's get it back here. See if I can get this in quick enough. Cool. And good, you? Not too bad. It's been a weird day, if I'm totally honest. It's I don't know. It felt like I both achieved stuff and didn't achieve anything at all. It's been very, very strange. Yeah, not feeling too bad. Certainly better than last week. We had like a company sort of away day thing on Tuesday, and I have a horrible feeling I caught something coming back on the trip because there are loads of people on the tube, the metro that is, the London Underground, and in the train who had coughs and they were just open mouth coughing, you know, because of course we've not had a global pandemic and you know or anything like that, so people haven't had any reason to learn that just open mouth coughing in a crowded train is not a good idea. That's definitely not happened. And yeah, I think I caught something, but I didn't have any like symptoms, if you see what I mean. It just felt like my body was kind of fighting something off, and I was just exhausted all week. And it seems to have passed now, so feeling physically much better. So I think. But yeah, it's a strange day. Otherwise, sounds strange too. Okay, so let's get these captured. I don't know how sustainable this is. It feels like this is going to be a lot of bioflux to bring in. But then I couldn't work out whether I don't think you can make bioflux off planet. I love this animation as well. It's really this was added so late. This wasn't quite like this. I think in the what was it? Or they updated it or something. I can't remember. We'll have to see. Cool. So we have, and I accidentally ate it again there. Not addicted to bioflux or anything. So if we get say 25 in each of them. And we'll see how we get along. 26, that's fine then. 27, that's fine. Can you top that up then? Well, it takes them a while to revert, and because I've got the filters on, all that will happen is stuff will just basically get shot, basically. So if I can get the logistics sorted out, if I can bridge across here, so that there's supplies coming in, then with the exception of maybe losing a few bots to spitters or something, will basically be sorted in terms of just keeping them happy. Well, keeping them alive, because it won't attack, with the filters on, it won't attack the actual nests. And I just need to make sure we've got... Do we want a sort of bridge across with them? Yeah, let's just stick them on. Landfill and stuff. And then we need to connect it all up. So we have logistics everywhere. And then we get some walls in. And then I'm sort of free to experiment, really, with biter eggs. Might be a good source of spoilage as well, to be honest with you, because we don't seem to be making as much as I thought we would. Let's put another one of them there, say, and then we want to make sure we've got a regular port, power connection, and same here, although that's too far up. Let's do, say, a row of them there then. And then if I just sort of pop these on. Do that to get rid of them. Okay, and then just trying to... The double thing is just literally just because, you know, if they spawn one and it hits it with a behemoth spitter or something, it might destroy one of the robots, but destroying two would be extremely unlucky. Extra power pole in. Oh, so there should be bots doing things. They don't seem to be doing things, but they are lazy, so... Let's nip back into range of the system. I do seem to have managed to pick up fish then. There we go. Pick up fish. When I at the LAN party, I was basically as soon as I arrived, I was like almost swamped. Felt like that way to me, with the kind of the devs wanting to show me all the cool things that they hadn't been revealed. I mean, they were doing it to all this. You know, that wasn't me exclusive. They were doing it to all the new arrivals basically. As they came in, going, look at all this cool stuff, and there was all, because obviously the demolishers were new. The whole biter capturing mechanic hadn't been mentioned at all. And I thought, okay, look, you do this. And the mech armor, and it was just a blitz of new stuff. And so I just sort of spent because there was obviously I was right quite a bit before the actual thing kicked off. And I was just on a cheat file trying to work out what's going on. How's this work? I hadn't seen Aquila at all, obviously. Or, you know, let's go there. And, yeah. It's all a bit intense, really. It's quite funny just how excited they all were, you know. I hope that's mostly ammo and stuff coming in. We've got 10 robots, so let's see about filling these in. Because we need to set up some requesters bringing in bioflux. Keep them lovely and fed. It's not bringing me any more, which is a little worrying. So it's there waiting on rocket fuel and ammo, you see. Unfulfilled. On the way 100. Well, that looks like plenty to me then. So it's either been there for ages, or I just haven't got bioflux because I'm not properly in the range. Oh, here we go, yeah. So it's coming in. What I might do... Because we don't really want too much being dragged, you know, through space effectively, but we do want to kind of stockpile it, if we to the degree that we can. So if we put 200 in a buffer chest and trash unrequested, then it will get rid of any spoilage. Do we want to put that a bit higher? Don't know. We have to see. Cool. Okay. How are we doing? I didn't realise today, but apparently they nerfed Roboport recharge rate to 50% in 2.0. I noticed bots were charging slower, but thought I was just seeing things. I didn't really know they'd done that. That's interesting. Recharge rate to 50%. I wonder if that's partly in response to buffs you get from quality. Because they're so much sort of faster and, you know, better, basically. With quality, so maybe that's a sort of a response to that sort of a. Well, got to slow them down a little bit. Not enough hub space, right? I think that's just oh, they're all waiting on that now because that's a general one. Ah, okay. Do we want them doing that then? Because how much yellow ammo is this really making here? So the real answer is better platforms. Ah, why are you saying you've got... What have I set that to? It's got 1,000. Okay, so it's not that's a problem. We will just put that on there then. Make sure we can fill it up as quickly as we can. Is it a lack of... I've got loads of rockets. So what is it you... Because you isn't... Is that gonna... That contradicts itself then, doesn't it? So what we actually want is 300. Because then... Well, I can't put them back, can I? Yes, I can. There we go. Because that being set to 200 meant it would drop down anything that was excess, and then it was waiting for 300. I find out what they've done. Say it again. But I find what they've done with the like rocket logistics to be like more confusing than anything else. Still, and it does feel sometimes like it's because they've you know, tried to be too clever with it in a sense. I don't mean that in a sort of nasty way, but they tried to automate it. I keep saying this, but it's like, you know, they tried to make it super, super simple. And because I'm used to trying to automate things and work around things that aren't simple, it ends up being confusing. Right, let's get those back up to 25. Oops, what happened there? I should be able to see on the chart, production chart, what's being consumed. If we search for bio, consumption is at 15 a minute on average across that period now. But it's got these spikes in, which I assume are on Clever. So if we filter this back, can we do this for just... Yeah, no, this is now this. Okay. Wonder why it's spiked then. Maybe that's some recipe thing going on? I don't know why it would have those spikes. But anyway, 15 a minute. So we would need Clever to have like 15 minutes spare. Now, what is their production rate? 3 a second should mean we should have plenty spare, you would think. But let's have a look at your production stats. I could do global, but... so you're consuming 415 and producing 440-ish. So there is just 15. But it's very close, isn't it? I could look on longer term, I guess. But that's probably not going to account for me adding in an extra thing. Yeah, so the production is ever so slightly higher than consumption, but not by a lot. So how about we just plop in a couple of extras for funsies. Okay. Have any ideas if you are burnt out playing Factorio? Honestly, play something else. I think a few people have. I don't. Burnout's probably like a, like a more significant way of playing it, putting it, sort of thing. But so we put Bioflux at say. But yeah, I think a lot of people have kind of. I don't know what you say, like dashed into or played an awful lot of it in a very short period of time. Yeah, kind of found that they've overdone it, basically. So yeah, my kind of advice, I don't know if it counts as advice, but I would say just playing something else, or just not playing anything at all, or taking a break, sort of thing. But no, I don't have. I mean, I had a quite long period. So one of the reasons I, have been streaming, that I stream is it means that I consistently play the game. If you see what I mean. Because there are periods where I do, I can't even think about playing it, in my spare time, and then other times. It's been a very, very long time since I had the whole, obsessively playing it. Not had that in a very, very long time. Got close after the LAN party, coming back. But even there I got exhausted, basically. But no, I'm afraid I don't have great advice. Honestly, just take a break. Factorio will be there in its state for forever. Now, Factorio will be here in this state for forever. Now greatly, now pretty much. I'm saying that horribly. I know what you're saying, but it'll be here in this state for forever now, pretty much. And it's not too hard to slowly get back into it later. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend is, just kind of take a break and just get, play something else, or don't play anything at all, or come back to it because, I mean, they will do a 2.1, so, but that's going to be in like 4 months, and you could always start again, and it's the Factorio devs. It will be compatible with whatever save you've got. They're not going to put anything in. All you possibly might need to do is like redo an old research or something like that. They're not going to break it because they kind of understand people are putting in a lot of hours. And you can always play on the older version, But yeah, just take a break, basically. Just don't play it for a while. Play something else. Okay, thanks for the advice. I just wanted sometimes get burnt out from nowhere. I'm in this situation too after playing Space Age for a month straight and Space Exploration for 3 months before that. I get that it happens to me too. The spikes are probably fish reproduction. Cross-check it against nutrient production. See if they match up. Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't think about that. I set that up and then because it was so slow and nothing happening, I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, it is probably the fish, isn't it? Probably the fish. Because don't they... Oh, no, they eat nutrients. I turned that nutrient converter off. But there's something else, isn't there, that uses nutrients that I set up? Not nutrients, bioflux, sorry. I think I set something else up here, didn't I? Didn't I? No? We haven't got the bacteria. That's all on Gleba. Science. The capture bots. It'll be making capture bots. That's what it is. Yeah, it's capture bots. Yeah, because I was using them and then it was replacing them. Yeah. Or go and grab in spares. Cool. Okay. What I could also do is I could maybe... There's no point just, chucking loads of bioflux into this requester. So we can have this disable itself if there are, less than 10 or something. Or only enable if it goes below 10 capture bots or something. I don't know what I'll set the other one to. Just have to check in a second. So if that goes below 10, say, then it will turn on. So I've set it to 50. I think that's probably a bit over the top, isn't it? So that'll work. So it's enabled now because it's waiting for 10 to make the 10th. And then when there's 10... this will stop requesting, so it won't bring in loads of excess bioflux. I mean, it'll bring in 20, obviously, but that's not thousands. Right, so are you on the move at all? You are. You are coming here, are you? Or are you going back to Gleba? You're going to Gleba. And you've got ammo for some reason still. I wonder if this is set. So that's on 400, okay. Because that'll then put ammo in that it will just try and chuck overboard, won't it? So these should all be like 300, I guess. What are you sit on? It's now got 300. That'll also let it back up on the belt. I never really thought about that. Fingers crossed I've not managed to create myself yet another logical contradiction. But yeah, as I say, I think a lot of people kind of really went for it, when it came out. Which it's fully understandable, but it was kind of what I was trying to get at when I was going, look, the game's huge and all that stuff. Because it is, and it's like, you've got to play an entire playthrough of Factorio basic. I mean, you can go to the planets earlier, but the sort of more sensible or more cautious thing, I guess, to do, the more giving yourself an easier and sort of more fun time on the other planets requires that you build an entire base, and unless you're basically a speedrunner, that's going to take you hours. That's 20 hours at the very least. Well, as I say, the achievements are whatever they are, 8 hours and what have you. So, you know, that's speedrunning territory to a degree. So yeah, so I think a lot of people just launched in and went full on. And effectively burnt themselves out. I mean, if you think about, I mean, one way, you know, kind of think about it is, they said that, what was it, 400,000 people bought it on like the first day and stuff, or the first week or something like that. I can't remember what the exact thing was, but there aren't 400. There are a lot of stars in the galaxy map. There aren't 400,000 of them. You know, so you think about the proportion of people who've actually got there multiple months after. Look, there's actual bioflux in there. Look, look at that. Vague hints at sustainability. I've now got to trust it because I'm sure it'll only put it in when it gets down to like 5 or 6. Oh, we've got some. Shall I? If I kind of take my supply down to 100, start distributing it around, maybe, possibly. Okay, so we should be ordering in. Oh, why? Oh, I know why that is. That's because I never updated the blueprint. Where is it? There it is. Uranium. Get them in. There we go. Hello, Baker Magician. Hello, Baker Magician. I can't get my words straight today. Hello, Baker Magician. How you doing? Biter eggs. Looks like you're hatching up some plans. Well done. Another great pun. Hope you're doing well, though. Hope you're having a good time. And thank you again for the donation yesterday. It's very kind. Does mean I'm now, because I've put mine on now. It means I'm spending at least 5 hours on old school horrible leather next Sunday. I'll take it on the chin though. Where do I want to put this in? Because I guess we've got loads of landfill now. So if we just put it kind of across that gap. Where's my blueprint? There we go. So just sort of fill that in with things, and then do I want a gate here as well? I guess I better. That out, and then where's me gate? There's me gate. Oh, deleted too much. Wait. I put the old one in. I put in the non-lasered one. Let's put lasers on there. I was wondering why there was a gap there for a power plant. Let's put that on there. You here? What I haven't got radars. There. Apparently they don't regard radars as military structures now. Okay, so we needed to fill in that gap. Excuse me. Choose that one there. Like so. And then we need to put in the actual ammo request. Like that. And then we need to double up the walls. Cool. It's not got any power. Yes, I've forgotten. But there you go. Let's put a bit of power in there, maybe a connection there, and put a backup there. Link those two. That's a bit far without a power bar, isn't it? Going in there. Same there, I think. Yeah. And then we've got a radar there, so if we just put one at the top here somewhere. Oops, like so. There needs to be a better way for us to choose if we want to landfill while we're ghost placing. I can't remember, because this was a change they made, because the whole... Well, I think so. Because I'd interpreted that it would only do... I don't know why I'm messing about like that. It would only do landfill under it if you did the super force build. You know, the control shift one. Whereas it seems to do it just automatically on water. You know, if you just do the... Oh, I was trying to demonstrate it and hammer in shift key and then it turns on sticky keys. But yeah, it just automatically goes to that. So I don't... it can maybe Alt does something. Alt seems to just take it back to... So I think Alt, if you press Shift Alt... What? No, that's just normal, isn't it? There's no... If I... Because it won't let me build that. If I do Shift, it'll do that. Does Alt do anything? Oh no, Alt's Factorio, isn't it, obviously. Shift Alt? No. Yeah, it just doesn't let you properly control it, does it? Which... I can kind of understand. I guess there's a point where it's like, well, just stick in landfill. Okay, so we're getting the ammo in. We have some lovely captive fighter nests. I'm trying to be, like, you know, not too nervous about it putting in only when it gets down to 5. Or whatever it does on these. I assume it's 5. Usually is with a fuelable thing. Oops. Not got any low enough yet. These would be the most likely candidates, I guess. Because we're going to get rid of the bioflux then. My request for it. Got 200 in storage. So have I managed somehow, through miraculous miracles, to set up something maybe vaguely sustainable? How much have we got in stock? So, oh, I could actually increase that, couldn't we? Make sure we got plenty when it arrives. In fact, if it's capping out at 500, in fact, do I want to take that even further? No, let's put it on 600 for some of them. Not all of them, though. And then maybe we could increase this to like 300, so it's half of it. Where are you? Not at clever yet, are you? And then maybe... Because I really don't care if it spoils, that's fine. It's more the whole thing arrives quick enough to deliver it to the bitiness. Because, again, it's not going to matter if they do, lose capture. What I could try and set up now, what I didn't ever kind of understand is if I give this. So if I give it capture bots, does it work? Because we can have it, like one sat there. Where are capture bots? Can I give it there? I can. Okay. So we can tell that one to target them and ignore anything else. I mean, I don't think it can shoot those at regular ones, can it? Oh, they're too close, aren't they? Because they have a minimum range. I'd forgotten about them. Huh. I'd forgotten about the minimum range. There's kind of no point in them being there. Let's put them at a place where they're going to be effective then. So, where would a minimum range for these be? So if we had one... I might actually be able to double cover it, mightn't I? No, it's a bit tight there. So if we put one, say... So we would want the turret to be there. So if we put that in there. And then on this one... I want the turret to sort of be... maybe there. That's overlapping there. Maybe put it down the bottom then. So... Or, no, just put it here. If that was, say... there. I'd forgotten about the minimum range. No wonder it was kind of blowing things up then. Put that there. Okay. An extra power bar coverage there, I think. We might as well. No, that reach. So actually maybe I don't want to get rid of them. Maybe what I want to do is take out the rocket side of things. And then I keep them there because then it's like self-defense, but that covers them, doesn't it? And then, yeah, we still need this. It's just that the rocket part of it is redundant, being so close. Completely forgot all about that. Yeah, okay, so if we go again, those rocket turrets. Keep forgetting to take out the plumbing that first. It's trying to bring me loads, isn't it? And I don't need loads. We don't need the request. We've got that taken out. That's fine. So if we put one in, that would be a good place. We'll put, I guess, over the trees or something. Maybe I'll put it on down the bottom. No. Yeah, let's put one in there. So that would be that one there. Come back to the biter capturing in a sec. You turn off sticky keys from ever popping up if you don't use it. Yeah, I keep forgetting to. It's one of those things. I've done it because obviously you get new computers and as you go, it's like I get so bored changing the settings on everything Microsoft because it's like on Windows and Excel and all those things. It's like I've done it so many times, it just gets a bit tedious, really. So they're okay, because the rockets cover them. What about this? Is this covered by the rockets? Yeah. So it's just those top ones where I've sort of misplaced the rockets, really. Now, in terms of these guys, yeah, I don't, so I've forgotten how many times I've set sticky keys. It's just mad. So if we have you in there, and then we give you a little questy chest too. And we say, we only need like 2, don't we? There we go. So we'll grab one of them. And we go. Can I just pop that in there as well? Yeah, that'll work. Nice. And then what about over here? Maybe there. I always use this thing of so expression. The way I put it is that Microsoft. So when they did a big update, I think it was Office 2010, maybe something like that, somewhere around there. But they completely changed their UI, basically, just completely redesigned it all, and they moved things around. So you had you have View and File and Edit and those, the top bar, as it were, and they kind of changed it such that they moved those around for no reason. It's so they must make the decision, right? Edit no longer has these things in it, and it's it was putting in a Bioflux there. And the way I always sort of phrased it as what they'd done, or it's they'd literally spent whatever it would be, 50 years or something, 30 years, training us all as to where these things were. And then, for no particular reason that they ever kind of gave, they changed it all. And so all of the learning we'd all done, they just rendered completely pointless. And it was I don't know. That's always sort of been one of Microsoft's thing. It's the latest person comes in and decides they want to do something in a different way. I mean, it's common in a lot of companies. That's not exclusive to Microsoft, but it's a piece of software that. Or I said a suite of software, and that is universal, and they basically decide, right, drop of hat, no, we're going to do it this way now. And it's why? Why have you changed that? Cool. Okay. So I think we're kind of happy. I mean, obviously these are just chock full of eggs, but while they're in there, as I keep saying, they don't spoil, basically. So we can set up what we need to set up. So long as we're getting Bioflux, they won't kick off. And even if they do kick off, we've got all sorts of protection on there to kill off the actual biters. And now to capture the nests again. So it seems like I might have set up a kind of sustainable thing in the assumption that I managed to keep Bioflux coming in. Now that you understand Clever's production change, have you considered rebuilding it as a main bus base? I don't know about that. No. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be an interesting challenge. I can't see myself. I mean, maybe I'll do a run where it's basically all belt based, because I've basically used bots to cheat the whole system. I mean, bots are just a cheat code really to the whole game, because all of my off-planet. I mean, there's obviously a lot of belts there, but all of my off-planetary is really based on bots because it's just nice and easy. So yeah, I think I would probably look at that. But you've got the whole thing that it takes a long time to set these up, these planets. 10 to 15 hours is not a small amount of time. And Volcanus has the horrendous cliff situation, and Algora, you've got to kind of wait. That was the wrong thing entirely. You've kind of got to wait until you've actually got the foundation, which is Aquilo, isn't it? Before you can really do big builds as well. And Gleba, there's obviously the spoilage, and I hate building on this terrain. Basically, there's just all these little patches of water. That doesn't actually look so bad. I wonder if that territory's not too bad. But in here with all the little bits of water, it's just really tedious and annoying to build on. And then obviously, you've got your lads who get very angry if you try and take their fruit. So yeah, I think once I played the game through, because one of the things I've been wondering how I'm going to approach is basically that. So when I started streaming, I had like 3,000 hours in the game, so I was really, really used to it. I kind of knew what I was doing in quotes, or at least I could play it through sufficiently confidently that I didn't mind streaming it. But this, it's like I haven't got anything like that, and I don't know. I sort of found that I prefer streaming when I kind of know what I'm doing. So yeah, the whole learning process is something I need to do again, really. We've very nearly got Spidertrons, look. Good old Spidey. What we got next then? So I'm guessing, and I never heard it pop, we got the whole you've done biters, you can capture biters now technology. So we need to do that one, but this is only 300 or something. Oh, that's 5,000. Okay, let's do you first then. But yeah, I assume we got the whole you can now capture biters technology. I just didn't hear it happen. Because what does that lead to? Here we go. So we need to do Biolab as a research, do we? We do. Okay. So let's get rid of some of these on the end there. Let's do you first so we can mess about with Biolabs. You 235, eh? I think we've got all of that. We would need to take out some eggs. But yeah, I think we're all okay there. Yeah, we need, if some of those settings were shared with the Microsoft account, and if you log into it with a copy of Windows, that it would transfer the settings to the new instance. Especially now with like Office 365 and, they're all cloud storage and all this sort of stuff, and it's like, you have to set up. So if you have Word on multiple machines, I suppose you're getting into territory of it being a dumb terminal type, virtual machine thing. But yeah, it would be, awesome if all of those, like, I've set up Word to do this and I've moved this around and I've no longer got these menus on and I've added these menus on, which is like, it's great that it's customizable, but as you say, if you have to do it every single time, you just get to the point where you almost admit defeat and just go with whatever Microsoft has set. I've said this for a while. It'd be amazing if there was like it's one of those things, isn't it, of like having a single way of doing things that is always, because I get, for example, and it's like banking is like in a sense leading the way with it, but kind of a thing of like I don't have to remember we have so like a social security number or something like that. I can just tap a button or press a card against a thing or something like that, and whenever I need to fill that information in, it's just there, or it's in a wallet, a digital wallet or something like that. And I think a lot of Android and Apple stuff, it's probably getting there type of thing, but you've always run the risk if you put every egg in one basket that any kind of problem or you get hacked or whatever, it all just goes all at once. So it's like, in a way it's better to keep them separate for that reason, but it's a pain in the backside trying to work out what every single time I need to put my social security number into some form for the government, that I've got to go and find the bit of plastic that has it written on, because it's just some random numbers that I don't remember. So it's the sort of counterbalance of convenience and security, really, isn't it? And I say banks do seem to be leading the way with that, with chip and pin and your wallet on your phone and all that sort of stuff. Apparently, a lot of that stuff, it's not really to do with fraud. Like a pin isn't really about fraud, because like there aren't, being a 4-digit number, there aren't actually that many different combinations. and it's more to do with it's like an authentication that the person did the transaction, if you see what I mean. It's more like saying that somebody was there in order to put a PIN number in, and that's kind of what they're guarding against, rather than, you know, your number being a secure number. It's more the physical act of putting a PIN in that's the key thing, rather than it being a secure number, which is kind of weird to think about, really. It'll be fun, I promise. Is that the clever bus, you mean? I'll take your word on that. I've played into the memes a bit, like with the charity thing, but I do actually find clever fun. It's just literally the building on tiny patches of water thing is just so tedious to me. But yeah, I do. The mechanic of spoilage and just in time and all that sort of stuff is interesting. I do. I think I have decided I like it. I just don't fancy trying to work out a bus for it, really. So these, I don't know if that's just because I've turned... No, it's not because I've turned alt mode off, but we are lacking bio stuff, like in a big way. Is that because you're... So you're here? Have you just arrived and you're dropping it off? Is that what's going on? Because I've got some. There's 200 in storage. Is that must literally be what's just been dropped off here, is it? Highly nutritious blend of clever crops. So we might be just in timing it. Like, properly just in timing it. Just trying to bring it in. Don't appear to be moving it very quickly. Bots. Get on with it. Where are these bots bringing this bioflux? Okay, there's some moving there. I can always bump the amount. Oh, look, you see. They started to rebel. We must give them bread. The removal of features has been most annoying to me. Yeah, that's on Word and stuff. I think they have removed. So one of the things with, like, when they did that big rearrange is they didn't. There was a lot of stuff they didn't actually remove. It felt like they had, but it was like they moved it to places where you would never think to get it. And like, there's a lot of stuff. It's like one of the ones is like check disk and stuff like that. Those are all still part of Windows. You just need to know what the command is to launch them. And they've taken off like the button to access it in the. You know, you usually just be able to access it on the drive listing, and it's like, why get rid of that? This is the thing for me. It's like, why get rid of that stuff? It's still there. It's still in, in Windows. It's just that you can't access it, as a button on that particular, interface. You have to go through. You have to search for it, or I open a DOS command or whatever, and I say that's the stuff I don't really get with them. The Space Age trailer called the Pentapods odd creatures. I'm like, I see what you did there. Indeed, 5 legs. Something I've always been impressed with in Factorio is how much effort they put into the UI and how it just seems to get out of your way when you're playing. When I came across annoying or confusing UI in a software I use, I always think of how it would have been done better for Factorio. I suppose Factorio has it somewhat easier because the Factorio devs are the exact demographic that plays Factorio, which isn't really the case for most software. Yeah, there is a very big overlap Certainly, a lot of them that I talked to, you've got like Ray Guard's a good example. He was a modder for the game, sort of thing, and then they've taken him on board, and see, Arundel did a great big mod and that. So yeah, they have kind of focused on it as well. My girlfriend got me to try to put Bioflux going up and down, then the 2 fruits going down as a main bus. So you use all the fruits you want, then crack them up to get consistent seed drops. Interesting. And Bioflux is needed for everything, including kickstarting your build with Bioflux to nutrient build. Yeah, and don't put the jelly mash on the bus and make it on site. Yeah, that's the quickest spoiling stuff, isn't it? The mash and the jelly. Agreed. I also have a teeny little Bioflux Kickstarter build which uses assemblers to make mash and jelly so it's more reliable. I miss repair install for Windows. Yeah. Yeah. It took me ages it was a long time before I moved off of Windows 2000. To me that was kind of the best Windows they'd ever done. But because it's the NT kernel, it's effectively NT6. And XP is when they kind of stuck the two of them together, and I know a lot of people loved XP, but yeah, much preferred Windows 2000. So hopefully it's going to deliver it, enough of it, kind of quick enough. It's now at Clever, waiting for stuff, and hopefully by topping up the ammo on Nalvis, it means it kind of turns around quicker. We could always set up a little build on Clever to make some ammo, but we were struggling for iron plate. Don't know how bad that is now. I mean, we're doing the agri-science seems to match roughly what we are consuming, so I think that's okay. This has been kind of it's interesting. This has been the slowest because this whole mechanic of having to move these around, just in time, and me not wanting to. Because I'm not actually, I don't care if they spoil. That's not the issue. It's more the whole. If it arrives and it has to sit there for hours and hours and hours, then it will just keep. If I'm not making enough to fill what I've requested, then it will spoil before it ever fills up, and that's the thing I've been trying to balance, basically. So the fact that this has got this in, and that there's 100 and odd available on the planet, so that's fine type of thing. That's sort of what I've been going for. But the question is really this Bioflux thing. Should I bump that up even more? But then it'll have only done 1 or 2 trips with it. And it's the ammo that's appears to be the slowdown thing. Or the slowest thing. See, we got 400 there. Or nearly. I think maybe if I bump these up to 20. You see, so why has it not got any there? In fact, if I just disconnected the network. Oh. Is this not in? So why is it not bringing any? What? So we've got Bioflux there. Don't requesters pull from. Oh, you need to set request from buffer chests. Yeah, idiot. Okay. 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 You didn't see that. That didn't happen. Where's the other one? I definitely didn't make a complete mess of that. Okay, so we're still waiting on biolabs. I guess I could fiddle around with fish. Now there's a phrase. Well, actually, because didn't I do... Have I done spider... I must have done Spidertrons then. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Are we building any? No, of course not. I won't have set it up. Let's wander up there then. My whole Clever Factory stopped working because I forgot to click request from buffer chest on my seed delivery. Okay, so you don't have nutrients. Do I brave it and put the whole thingies from nutrients on again? This won't be requesting from either. Request from buffer chest. There we go. That's why we're not making them either. Okay. So, we don't have nutrients. Why don't we have nutrients? What? Why don't we have nutrients? How long is that recipe? 1.5 seconds. I guess because we don't really have anything spoiling, because I've been using up all the bio... whatchamacallit. So I could convert this into spoilage as well. Nutrients as well. But I don't want all my bioflux going into nutrients. Problem really is these not spoiling quick enough. They're about to spoil, okay. Literally 3 minutes away. $300 fish in a rocket, crikey. Will that then kick-start that? It's weird not having anything spoil. Feels like I've done it wrong in a way. Spoilage. So, ways of getting spoilage from all of the plants. Obviously the pentapods. Spoilage from all the fruit, so that's kind of our only real viable thing, isn't it? Yeah, I think I could just harvest a load of fish, basically. Just let them spoil first, then. In fact, if I put them in there preemptively. Put you in there as well. And that's going to spoil too. So put these ones that I ended up with in there instead. And hopefully, when these all spoil, because what would that be? What's the 6 1/4 to 0.62? Wow. That's a big part of the problem then, isn't it? Huh. I didn't know, because it's a hugely quick recipe as well. Though. Crafting speed. So that gets us more out of that, but I'm only going to get... Yeah, we just don't have enough fish going in. We don't have enough spoiled stuff. Let's go fishing then, I guess. I don't know if it's mentioned anywhere in-game, but nutrients can be recycled into 2.5 spoilage, which is much better than just letting anything spoil. Okay. I don't have any nutrients, though. Maybe that's what I was going to do with the other... Because I set another biolab up. Because I assume that's a biolab one, is it? Why have they all gone in there when trash unrequested isn't on? I guess I must have it set as a request somewhere. Where are you taking them? Because didn't I have a mysterious one that I couldn't work out? So... which way round was that? You could go 2.5 spoilage. Recycled. Your nutrients can be recycled into spoilage. Oh, recycled. Ah, okay. Have I got recyclers on me anywhere? Got requested somewhere. Okay. Recycled. So if we go now, right? See you later, please. Have a good rest of your day. Do you? I mean, you mean with a recycler rather than? No, because it's a recipe, isn't it? A recycler will just turn it into. Well, what does a recycler do if it just gets? Recycled 2.5 spoilage. Okay, it is a recycler. So if I put one of them in, and then we're requesting, he's going to use 2.5 spoilage. It's requesting nutrients. Just there. Let's just do like 10 or something. Not that we've got any, as I say. That's sort of the problem. Where is he taking all these nutrients? Where are they going? There's none in there. Because this should have made a whole bunch of stuff out of those spoiled fish. So where did it go? Where else is requesting nutrients? Because you're not. This one is. So did they go in there? Then why have we not got any... You know, we've got 438 fish kicking about. Why aren't they sat in there? There's something else requesting nutrients. Oops. And I don't know what it would be. Are we doing nutrients? Because that's nutrients from fish. Oh, wait. Oh. Crafting efficiency module 3. Okay. Oh, and that would be the spoil. Is that what it's done? Has it taken all the... But that was a requester. It wouldn't do that, would it? Has it taken to put it all in here? No. Ah! It's put all the fish in there. Okay. Which we don't want to do. It's just because I have that default set on fish, don't I? I guess we could do something weird like that. What else is requesting nutrients then? Where would they have gone? I don't know. But yeah, why don't we have the nutrients from fish recipe? That one there. Why is that not set up? Maybe that's what I was going to do. But then you need nutrients to kickstart it. Oh, and I can't prod module that. Okay. So, because we got fish. So, if in some dim and distant future I ever get any nutrients, we'll be able to get that rolling. So, get them from spoilage, mash. So, we can get them from fish. I can get them from biter eggs as well. Okay, maybe we'll do that then. We would need to put them in. Where can we put one of those? So if we go, maybe if we put this sort of up here, maybe just sneak it in. Or maybe if I just actually move that one out of the way. And then we could put that one in there. It's slightly mad this that I'm struggling to get what is the most basic resource on Clever. Again, requires nutrients though, doesn't it? Yeah. I just don't have a way of kickstarting it in a sense. But can't we make them from... Oh, I got rid of it, didn't I? That's probably what I'm not doing. So if we just get a bit rolling with that one. But then I need... Oh, but I can do that. Can't I do that one in a regular... In fact, which ones of these can I do in a regular assembler? Is that why I'm being... I'm being super dumb, because we can do those two in a regular assembler. Ah, okay. So we get a bit of that on the go. That's what I'm forgetting. I'm not completely locked in. So again, if we set that one as that. And what we want to do is make a little bit of nutrient, but we don't want this one to even turn on. If there's nutrient available, we don't want to be using the fish up. And if there's... Why have you put a biolab in there? Where did you even get a biolab? Again, we want this to be... If there is some nutrient available, then don't request in eggs. I'm not just going to request eggs anyway, because we don't have them. And what we'll do, we will chuck in our friend, Mr. Tesla Tower. Now we've got a supply of nutrients. Hurrah! Recycler. It's the inverse of the spoilage to nutrient recipe. Oh, right. Fish reproduction takes 100 nutrients, so it might all be going in there. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, maybe then... Yeah, it would have all gone in there then, because it does have a lot of fish. Okay. What's going on over in Biter Zoo? Do we have bioflux in places? We do. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, we now have a little bit of a supply of nutrients. So maybe this should turn off if we got fish, because we don't really want like a million fish, just all the nutrients all the time. So if we've got fish, pick up fish. Where are they? So if that's only enabled if it's... I think they stack to 100, don't they? Let's do that. It's now saying there's only 2. Did it move all of my fish in? Fishy fish. Fishy fish. Where even is my request for fish? It's on here somewhere. But I don't know where. Oh, there we go. There's 361 in storage somewhere. Oh, and that's the same recipe, isn't it? Nutrients from fish. Why aren't you putting any in there? I guess it wouldn't, because this is full, isn't it? So that's 500. We've now got lots and lots of nutrients. Good. I'm happy with that. Is the recycler doing anything then? Oh, it is working. I connect that to... Huh, so I can't turn that off. Unless it's connected to something? Because the enable disable only appears when you have the circuit connection. As in I can't set that. Huh. But those setting it, that's based on the logistics network, isn't it? No, it isn't, is it? I need to set that. Oh, it's because it's backed up. That's connected to the logistics network. So you can't set requester chests to be enable disable based on the logistics network. Is that not a weird oversight? Because what it's doing, it's basically turning it off because it's getting 50 nutrients as a signal. Well, I mean, that one isn't because it's just... it's not requesting anything it's getting, but... Because this is backed up to 87, that's why it's disabled. It's not... Oh, and it is enabled, actually. What is the point of that enable disable condition, then? Because if it's set on set requests, all it's getting in is like 1 from that. So why would I ever... It seems weird how they've done this. Because seems like a massively useful feature. But that's actually completely pointless, isn't it? Because unless it's, it could be reading contents, but this is this thing again of why are these not independent? Because I might want to read the contents and set the requests, which I've wanted to do multiple times, but you can't because it's a radio button. I mean, why even have none? It's weird that that's been done in that way. And then I say the enable disable is basically pointless, isn't it? I mean, I guess I could hook it up to, Roboport and do that sort of malarkey, but then it's going to get multiple signals. It's going to have the request. There's no way of filtering it. I'd have to connect it up to a complicated circuit network, basically. which just seems counter to how it should be doing it. How bizarre. So let's if we just to see what I'm saying. So if I connect that up there, you see, and I'm using it enable disable, then it's basically not gonna. So if I do that, see, because now it's getting the logistics system request. So it's disabled because that's coming in there. If I hit sit request, and I know this because I've done this by accident, it was suddenly requesting basically everything in the network. Huh. I think they've kind of made a mess of that. Oh well, that's a recent change. I connected request suggest to the logistic network in my base. So I guess you'll have to connect it to a roboport to get what you want. Yeah, that's what I've just been saying. Maybe use the inserter to do it indirectly. Yeah, I could do that as well, couldn't I? I mean, we can have that done, because that I can just connect up to the logistics network. But then it's always going to... What I was trying to do is avoid it even bringing the egg in, or bringing the fish in. But yeah, I can do this one as well. You're absolutely right. So don't do anything. But then it's going to have that fish in there. Could I... They're independent because the read contents will immediately set the request with no way to separate them. So as in that... Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, that's a point, isn't it? If it was reading the contents of it... I don't know. Feels like, I mean, I said this before, it feels like I need to have a little tiny circuit associated with it, every one of these, which just gets into quite annoying territory. Whoops. Whoops. Got plenty of spoilage now. Plenty of spoilage now. So yeah, they're not, obviously that's not doing anything because I've not been brave enough to set up the whole thing yet. Obviously we have coverage there in case we do have a breakout. So we could set that up. What I really want to do, I guess, is go on Biter, go to the Biter Zoo and work out how I might set up a sort of a clever... Where are we even going? Down that way. Not a clever request, but if I need to be only taking things out if there are requests for eggs, ideally. So how might I set that up? So if I... Let's just pop an... I'm not going to connect it, but if we'd say there... So if we connect it to the logistics network, because what we want is the number of... Well, I don't know that we can do that, though. Is the other problem. I can just take them and burn them, basically, is the thing. I guess, because what I would need, I guess, is... Because this is what I'm trying to do, is basically say... This is where it gets more important. I don't want it to request in. So, for example, this one here. I don't want this to request in biters if this... You know, if there's 50... You know... If there's nutrients in there, that should be nutrients, shouldn't it? Yeah, this should be all nutrients. Because that stops that from taking anything out. Great. It's got spoilage, so it's all backed up. But what we would want to do is we would want that to only have that request if there was no spoilage. So this is where it shouldn't be connected to the machine, it should be connected via a circuit network. So let's just build one of those just randomly outside the network. So we pop it over here somewhere. So if this was set to requesting biter nests, biter eggs, right? Then this has a request for that. But that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is some sort of logic that only creates the request. But am I going to have to then connect it up to the robo network? I think I am, aren't I? So if we set this, which one would it be? I guess it would be that one. So if I connect that to there, it's getting a signal in saying, give me one biter egg. Doesn't request the nutrients, does it? Because it doesn't count as a request. But then we could just put that can just have its default as give me nutrients. That's fine. But then this one, let's do it on green signal so I can mentally separate it. Because what this wants to do, what is the actual logic we want? Yeah, it needs to be connected to the logistics network, doesn't it? Because I can't do it automatically. But what we'd basically be saying is that we would want to output, you know, biter egg as our request. Doobie-doobie-doo. Does it count under there? Oh, I could always set it to 1 as a thing. But our condition needs to be based on the number of nutrients. So we would need to get the number of nutrients from the system, you see. But I don't think there's any way of me doing that without connecting it to a roboport. Can we go... So if I pop a roboport on here, and it was connected to that, and we said if the number of how many is it now requested? None. Okay, because oh, it's setting request, but it's not doing it. Oh, because it's not, there's no, I'm not making a logical condition. Okay, so it would be the red, but we'll do that in a minute. That would need to be the number, what am I checking? We're getting a signal saying, please give me one egg from red. And what I actually want is to send that through. So what I actually want is the green condition. So if that's less than 50, then send... No, not green. Green, red out. Don't know, because if we now change that to like 1,000, nothing happens. Excellent. Oh, it's not got a count on it, has it? No, that's not it. Oh, it's not powered. That's the problem with that one. It's not powered, but we can fix that. Yeah, we're nowhere near a power supply. So we just stick that in. Yeah, so it's now outputting 1. Please send me egg. And that's getting a 1 signal. But we can only do that because it's connected to the logistics network. I guess I could set that to the logistics. That. What does that do? So if the enable condition there, that had the 50 on it. What signal comes out of here now? No, there's no red signal for that. I mean, that turns the machine off. Would that then turn... So if we had that... If the machine turns off, does it kill off the connection? So in other words, if this is also connected to the logistics network, logistics network, and we have that connection there and say, right, if there's, only turn on if there's less than 50 nutrients in the system, does that kill off the circuit network? No. It's still connecting one in. Because this is disabled by control behaviour now. Read working. Ah, there's a read working. What does that mean? How does the signal if the machine is working? What does that mean then? So if we could get it to output nutrient, what does it send out? Control signal is nutrient, but without a number. Okay. But it's still active. What the heck does that do? How does the signal of the machine is working? I feel like I'm getting very, very distracted. I haven't made a single Spidertron. And I like making Spidertrons, they're fun. Let's therefore set up an assembler over here. It's going to make as many Spidertrons, where are they? They're under vehicles, aren't they? As we could possibly shake a stick at. Set request for that one. I need to stop using fish as my condition, given that they start becoming a thing. Let's make 5. So hopefully there's now fish kicking about. I know there's everything else. Cool. So, what is this control signal for? Because it's not coming out on the red wire. Oh, maybe it is, but I'm just not testing for it. So, where's nutrient? I keep missing it. Those look like recipes rather than... Well, I'm slightly to go too low. We've only got 10 minutes left. So, disable. That's greater than? So it's not getting that signal at all. But then it's a null signal, isn't it? We could do... I wonder if read contents would work instead. Let's see if the machine is working. I guess maybe if I test it with some other random signal. There's a work on changing 2.0. You used to only be able to either a circuit connection or a logistic connection, but now you can do both. You can have enable disable condition on both to give a simple OR condition. I mean, from a machine rather than a... because obviously I don't appear to be able to connect that to both. just the circuit network? I mean, it's automatically connected to the logistics network because it's in the logistics network and it's a logistic chest. But I don't appear to be able to set any conditions based on the thing. I wonder if, I mean, this might be a way of doing it somehow. So in other words, I don't control it with a circuit network. I control it with the logistics group. But how would that work? Because I can't put any logic on that. Well, we've done the biolabs, which is kind of what I don't know about filling time for, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, that certainly stops it. But it doesn't not put out a signal, you see. If the thing's turned off, should it not? Have the ingredients of a currently configured recipe. Maybe it should have a set recipe on it, but then that I've already connected it to a network. So if it was disabled, if we were saying, but that's the circuit connection network, isn't it? Because when the machine's off, yeah, it shouldn't put out a request signal, should it? Really? Because it's switched off. That's the whole point of it being switched off. It shouldn't be requesting anything. This is getting into that territory of, you know, this is how I would do it type of thing. 2 entities are being damaged. Are we getting more outbreaks? It looks like we probably have. So it's not flawless. Oh! That has a lot of eggs in it. Why does that have a lot of eggs in it? That should probably also be connected to the logistics network. We seem to be producing way more than I was expecting. So I guess occasionally they're popping. Can't you feed them into here? I thought that's one of the things we were already doing. Oh, only if it's above 50. I should have a turret over here, shouldn't I? If I'm going to randomly leave eggs in places that might be problematic. Only if it's above 50. Well, they're not. They're like loads in here. Then. Oh no, it's not over 50, is it? That should probably be lower, I think. Maybe we can make it 20 or something. I'll leave the other one as 50 then, if it gets absolutely nuts. That's better. Yeah, anyway, it's nearly time. And I've confused myself with logic and non-logic, so... Yeah, I meant only for machines. The Foghorn Clever looks gorgeous. Shame my laptop can't handle it at 60 FPS. I'm not actually that big of a fan. They've turned it down, I think. I seem to remember it being heavier. This effect here, I'm not a massive fan of, if I'm totally honest. I mean, I like it as an effect. But to me, it adds even more. I think they've turned it down. Because I'm pretty sure you used to be able to sort of see it affecting on that as well. You know, because you can't see it on top of that, and I'm pretty sure you used to be able to. Yeah, like I say, I think it's a pretty effect, but it's a bit sort of even more visual clutter to me. What I still haven't checked is whether the when you turn the whatchamacallit off, decoratives, whether that changes Gleba and makes it, you know, a bit less cluttered, basically. So yeah. What I really need to set up then, I guess, is Biolabs. Have we made a Spidertron? Let's see if we can request one in. I suspect not. Yes! Spidey! There's 5 made! Wow! Wow! Didn't think we'd get them that quickly. Look at that. An army of Spidertrons. In fact, we could have more. Just not got fusion reactors. Why are you sat there? Oh, because there are 20? Where are they then? Ah, is that... I wonder where they've gone then. I bet I need to change that to a... I bet they're sat in a buffer chest. Yeah. That's me requesting them so I could see how many I had. Cool. So, Spidertron. First of. Where's he gone? Everyone loves a Spidertron. Unless you're an arachnophobe. Ta-da! Build a Spidey. Cool. Just got to fill it with lots of lovely toys now. Awesome. Whee. It hasn't changed colour. Oh, but then I haven't. No, I have changed colour. Oh, it doesn't do it automatically now then. Huh. Oh no, but it never did with spiders, did it? It was just the car and the tank. What we're going to colour you then? Let's make you a nice sort of turquoisey colour. Ta-da! Spooder. What about this? Can I? Because don't you? These just disappear now, don't they? Do they go in your inventory? Can't see it. Can you put them in your inventory? No. That's going to take some getting used to. How do you do that then? And keep one of those? Keep hold of one of them then? Or is that just gone functionality? Because that'll be annoying if it is. So I can put it there still. But I can't actually have it in my inventory. Not sure about that. I guess because you can do the click and drag now, it's not too bad. Just feels like I'm going to lose a lot of Spidertrons. Okay. Turning off decoratives makes the game look horrible in my opinion. I don't care if it makes my FPS drop sometimes. I'm not playing with decoratives. Spooder! Yeah, you can put it on your hot... Oh, on your hotbar. Okay. On there. And does that then stay linked to it? Or is it just... Oh, it does. Okay, cool. You just can't have it in inventory. So I need to get one of them as like an army of Spidertron remotes, don't I? In the end. Does it do it per planet? So in other words, if that Spidertron is linked to an Alvis one, like is here, I couldn't... if I changed it to a Gleba one, it would cancel that off. I don't think I've explained that very well. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, I'm going to put a note on here because I've been very all over the place today. So we do need them. We need Biolabs. And then what was the other thing we need to do with Biters, I guess? Do we need to do anything with Biters? I need to work out legendaries, don't I? If I'm going to chomp down on a legendary fish. But then I want the higher level modules. Have we made any? That's a point. Yes, we made a bunch of level 3 qualities, so we can get them on the go. A couple of level 2s there. I think I might just squeeze this up to 100. See if we can get a few more better ones. Cool. The quality should also be, quality modules should also be doable now, shouldn't they? Or do I need something else for that? No, there we go. So, the answer to the question of can I finish the Green Sciences this week is no. We have not managed to do that. But we are on the cusp of the edge of the very near of doing Aquilo research. What does that actually... That does, yeah, require to do that, don't I? So, I want to do you first. You're only 300. Okay. So I've been a bit of a wimp with the biters. I've just not sort of done anything with that other than... I guess it proves I've at least got a sort of a stable, you know, thing on the go. What are you moaning about now? It's just going to explode out the inventory because it's a small amount. Cool. Yeah, so we didn't manage to get it done. So I guess next time we need to have those chugging away, but I also need to start using biolabs. So that's the big goal, I guess, for next time. And I've put a little note there. We could move that up in the list, actually. Do that. Oop, and then... Oops. That. The depot thing we never did. It didn't seem to have any point to it. I guess... I mean, it is 6:05, so really I should stop. But I could just set up a little recycler. Now that we've got some... quality modules. Quality modules that are quality. We've got one. Okay. And see if we can't fluke out a little fishy. So we need some recyclers. Where are we going to pop this? If we just sort of chuck it over here somewhere. And then... Oh, I think it's going to take me a little while, isn't it? Because I need to do a bit of a chain, I think. Because I would need to request in regular fish. And then if it's got the whole quality module... fish there. So it's going to request... I don't want it to request in 100. Let's just bring them in sort of 5 at a time or something. And it will chuck them in there. And then what we want this to do... Well, this we do want this to be... What do we want this to do? We want this to say, right, if you've got anything other... Because I don't know, do I want to try and do spidertrons and all that sort of stuff? Or does that not work? Isn't it that you can't do that? You've got to do... But then how do you do a legendary spidertron? Oh, I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to bother with that. I'll think about that in my own time. Cool. They called it the RTS remote in the Friday Facts. I was hoping it would be used more than just spidertrons, like maybe could have been used for combat bots. Yeah, I never really got to the bottom of that. I don't know why they called it an RTS, other than it feels like maybe there, you know, an RTS remote. Maybe there were plans at some point to. Oh, actually, I need to show you to do another vehicle that was remote controlled, and maybe tanks could have been an example, but I don't know how you would control tanks with an RTS remote. Is that the one? There we go. So I need to run through this again. I don't need to, but I'm going to run through this again. But yeah, I never really got to the bottom of why they changed it to an RTS remote and then basically changed it back. I think the closest I got to an understanding of it was that it was changed so that modders could add in other vehicles. So that if it's a Spidertron remote, then, it's not really for any other vehicles, if you see what I mean. And that they were thinking, well, for modders, that means that they can put it in as change it to whatever they want. But I think they can change it anyway. Do you see what I mean? It can be a whatever vehicle you want to call it remote. They can rename it. So it's like, I don't know. I guess maybe they were thinking, well, add other vehicles and just it's always the RTS remote and nobody needs to rename it. But yeah, that was the sort of kind of closest I got from anyone for an explanation. But it didn't seem to be anything they'd really followed through on really. There was actually a poll done on the Discord for the beta testers, and it was basically asking, should we rename it back to Spidertron remote? And I mean, I didn't vote either way. I didn't really care, but yeah, they've kind of reverted it basically. So yes, so this is about next Sunday. Next Sunday, I will be doing a special stream for the Together for Good, which is a event that Twitch is running. As you will see already from the page, thanks to Bacon Magician for donating £50 yesterday, but I also chipped in 50 myself because that is effectively your money. That was, I mean, I've topped it up, but that was the subscriptions and bits and those sorts of things that I received on Twitch. I like to donate that to charity, sort of pass the love on, as it were, because well, I have a full-time job, a tiny little streamer. It's I don't sort of need the money, and it might as well do some good, basically, rather than me spend it on more pies, basically. So yes, so next Sunday I will be taking advantage of that Together for Good charity special. And because we've had £100 donated, what that means is that when I do the Global Purgatory bit, I will be spending at least 5 hours there. So that will be a 6-hour stream, because the first hour, what I'll be doing is I will be playing the LAN party, basically. So at the LAN party, we obviously had a multiplayer save, and I will load that up, and I will show you what that was all about for the first hour. I will then head to Gleba, and we will spend 5 hours there at least. If anyone chips in £5 more, then that'll add 15 minutes. There is a limit to that. I can only really stream until about 9 o'clock or so, because I have a job, and so I'm not having the Monday off, so I don't want to be going to bed too late. Otherwise I might get in trouble. So if people do chip in more, then I will do some more time, and I will be taking breaks. There is a post on my YouTube channel where it does explain all of how it's going to work. But yes, so basically we will be doing a 6-hour stream at least next Sunday, where if you want to chip in for that charity for the Médecins Sans Frontières, which is Doctors with No Borders, which is a charity that pays for doctors to go to disaster zones and war zones and things like that, and provide much needed medical care to people affected by those things. What I didn't say there, and the reason I'll be loading up the LAN party, is because what I'll be playing in is a pre-version 2.0 version of the game. So when we were in the beta period, and I was doing part of the testing and the LAN and that, we could download the actual files, and I realised that I still had one of the old zip files with all the stuff in. So basically, I still have version 1.2.20, which is from very shortly after the LAN. It's not the actual LAN party version of the game, and there were a couple of days after it. But I have loaded it up. I have checked the old save file from the LAN party, which I have. That still works, and it doesn't change anything. So that is as it was at the LAN, with like a few bug fixes. And what that means is you'll get to see old Gleba, basically, in particular, when it didn't have bacteria, and it didn't, at least I'm pretty sure that's the version of it that I've got on there, but it didn't have like bacteria, and it certainly didn't have the biolab and all that sort of stuff. That was all added a lot later on. Another thing, it has space science in space, which is the one where you used uranium to do space science, as well as the whole test rocket thing. You can see how they used to represent the demolishers, and I can explain why that was so confusing for everyone when you compare it to the areas. So I've done a little video that is like a teaser for some of that stuff. What I have put on that as well is there used to be, before we got to the land, one of the ideas was that you were building an ark basically. And part of that is that you would have to build trees on platforms in order to provide you with oxygen in order for you to escape the planetary system, was, I think, the idea. And so there was one of those menu videos where it basically has the tree on it, and that's what I put on. There is actually a nod to that in the current version of the game that you can all play, where it has bits of wood, so it's the same platform, and the tree is gone because it has a little lake on it as well. It's very pretty, and that has bits of wood, which is like the tree being chopped down. You see, so that's a reference to. Very much a deep cut that I don't think anyone would really get. I'll be showing you all of that. You can ask questions about it. You can see me working on it. And as I say, I will spend a whole load of time in Gleba Purgatory on the old original version of Gleba that everybody hated. I mean, I didn't think it was all that bad, but yeah, that's what that's all about. If you do want to chip in and say, feel free to do so, but do not feel any pressure. There's no need for you to do so. We have surpassed the goal I set already. Is that everything for that? Yes. And I say that will start at 12 o'clock GMT, so that will start earlier than I normally stream, but I will be streaming, at the moment, till the same time, basically, so till 6 o'clock. Now we flip over to the schedule. So yes, that's this week done. We have done the streams today and yesterday. I feel like today I was all over the place. I say I've had a very weird day. And my brain not really properly working, and it's been a strange week, to be honest with you. So, kind of apologies for that if I was a bit. I really don't feel I achieved very much today, but we captured some biters and set up a zoo, so that's always good. Next week we will be back. I will be, as I say, pushing on with the Gleba Sciences and designing some kind of platform, with rockets on it and rocket production and all that sort of stuff. In order to try and get us to Aquilo. And I guess after the charity stream, which would probably be the last one before Christmas, unless I'm getting all my timing mixed up, I think that's the one before Christmas, which would kind of put us on track for what I was trying to do, because my aim is to get to Aquilo by Christmas in these live streams. So that'll give us 3 streams basically left in order to get to Aquilo. I'll be taking a break then over Christmas, and then we'll be coming back, and I'll be doing that and trying to get to the edge of the solar system and maybe out into the void beyond. So yes, so that's all next week. I say the charity one on Sunday and the normal one on Saturday. If you want to follow me on socials, then I'm slightly more active on Blue Sky, so you could do that there. But you also got your Twitter. My YouTube channel is also linked for those not watching on YouTube and possibly new to the Twitch stream. Basically, that has VODs for all my series, as well as series of like Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere Program, Tectonica. I'll be picking all of those up at some point once I've done a playthrough of Space Age. And yes, what it also has is a whole load of videos where I did Friday Facts Analysis. That's kind of what I became known for, as it were. I mean, not massively so, but people tended to seem to enjoy, basically, and I really enjoyed making my Friday Facts videos. There's a great big archive of, and the thing that was kind of unique about them is I did a lot of speculation as to what was going to be in the game, so you can check out how bad I was if you wanted to watch any of those videos. And also I went into a lot of depth, so YouTubers and Twitch streamers, they would tend to do like summaries, and I went the other way and I did 2-hour videos and stuff like that. So yeah, it was all a massive amount of fun to do. I am still writing the scripts and didn't record anything I say this week because I was very weird week. But yeah, so I am working on other stuff. So hopefully there will be more YouTube content that is not just these live streams. Cool. So that's all my stuff, and me, and promos, and etc. etc. All it remains for me to do then is to say, if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio Space Age. Thanks for watching. Cheers.